Hello, beautiful souls. Hello. I hope you're doing well. I'm sitting by the ocean now, the Pacific Ocean. I've been traveling, and I'm watching a little group of otters eat their lunch. Where'd they go? One of them's right there. And I'm watching the waves crash down and hug the rocks. I've been connecting with the ocean, with the water elements a lot more. I had a dream last night about the water and about the moon, and so these are the energies that are coming to us now. I feel the ocean herself. I feel a white dragon around me as well. We're also working with the energy of Sirius B, and the Egyptian goddess Isis or Aset, 1, 2, 3 on the timer as I look at it. She is the goddess of the moon, of magic, and of healing. And so I have a message for you now, primarily coming from these water energies about healing and I suppose the utilization of the moon. If you're seeing this near the time that I am posting it, then you should know that, maybe you do already know, but there is a new moon coming up, a very significant new moon on January 29th. It's the Lunar New Year as well, okay? So this is the first new moon of the new year. If you're following the sort of Western or the Gregorian, whatever we call it, or the calendar, where you celebrate New Year's on January 1st, then it's the last, I don't know, I got it mixed up. It's the first new moon of the new year, or the last new moon of the new year. Sorry, I guess if it's Lunar New Year, it's the last new moon of the new year. Yeah. Okay. Regardless, it's the end and the beginning simultaneously, as many things are. Okay. And so there's a message today coming through about how we can handle this time, as well as the importance of integration as a part of the healing process. Ding, ding, ding. So in this dream I had, without going into too much detail, essentially there were two versions of myself, and one version was observing and watching, and the other version was out there playing. She was surfing a river with a small group of people doing this with her. And they crashed. She was being too reckless. And she became a porcelain doll and then broke into a bunch of pieces. But then the other version of myself that was watching her decided to try to heal her. 333 on the timer. I initially wasn't going to try because it looked so helpless. She was broken into a bunch of pieces. She wasn't moving. She was made of clay. But I decided to just try. I think my friends helped convince me. So I submerged her in the water, and slowly she became living again. She came back to life. And I felt this little sense of pride for myself, and almost forgot that she was alive and that I needed to bring her head up above the water so she could breathe again. There was a sense of sort of disconnection for myself. And then I saw the moon very, very vividly in my dream, this waning crescent moon, as it would be right now, which I can't see her in the sky, but this waning crescent moon, moving into this new moon. And it was a moon in the daytime, the beautiful, brilliant white against the daytime's blue sky. And so this dream to me, not only was it a message about the healing potential of water, but it's about, we have, many of us now, as we're growing and changing, have different aspects of ourself that are co-occurring. And there is a need with this new chapter to sort of see that for what it is and be prepared to integrate. There's also a message coming in now that this process of breaking down so that you can build yourself back up is completely natural. Yes, it is. Spirit is saying to me, we're going to town. We're going to town. That's an interesting thing. It feels like it has multiple meanings. The first thing I think of is literally just driving into a town, driving into a city. But it's also this idiom in English where I'm going to town on something. Like if you're eating a pizza, I'm going to town on this pizza. You're going at it like full speed ahead, right? We're going to town. We're going to town. We're coming together in a big way, in a fast and furious way, in an exciting way. I want to open it up now. That's kind of the tip of the iceberg of this message. Let's open it up and see what these spirits around us of this Pacific Ocean here, all of the energies, the dragons, Sirius, the moon, Isis, what do we have? What do we have for the collective? Okay, so I'm drawn immediately to your inner child, and the first thing I saw was fire and then screams, and it's this your inner child screaming, and I just saw like a glitter, like a car driving by just reflected this huge sparkle towards me. There's this element of travel, of moving on from something, and it being this really illuminous thing. So it's coming through luminous. It's bringing forth this message of as we move into different places, as we move on in our lives, and maybe even physically traveling, we illuminate certain aspects of ourself that enable us to grow. With this inner child coming in, this new moon is a particularly activating time to recognize the inner child aspect of ourselves, the higher self, our past self, our present self, our future self, and working to collaborate. Spirit is saying collaborate, to allow these parts of ourselves to collaborate in an efficient and effective manner, to integrate. Some of you are called now to listen to the screams of your inner child, and even to talk directly to your inner child during times of distress, to recognize that sometimes when you feel like you're drowning in the waters, when you feel like there are flames all around you, there's chaos all around you, and you don't know what to do, to actually talk to your inner child, like speak out loud. If you'd like to have a picture of your inner child in front of you, speak to them and say, honey, it's okay, you are safe. The way that you're feeling now, it's completely natural, it's completely valid, but it's because of X, Y, and Z that happened in the past, and we can understand that now, okay? And allow ourselves to move through these emotions, accept them for what they are, but recognize that it's not serving our highest and greatest good to be feeding them anymore. So we integrate. We take what our inner child has experienced. We allow him, her, them to grow. And we integrate it with our highest self, with our ego, with all aspects of us in order to become whole again. Like in my dream, I healed a different version of myself. 919 just stood out to me on this timer. I healed a different version of myself, and that's kind of what we're doing. In this dream, it was kind of like this present version of myself that I hadn't fully recognized I suppose. A little bit of a present and I don't know, maybe it exists across all timelines, but it was this aspect of myself that I hadn't fully recognized. The part of myself that is impulsive, that is fearless. Whew. Fearless. And maybe there's some anxiety coming in there that if you're too crazy, you'll crash and you'll break, but you'll heal. You'll heal. And all you have to do is try. All you have to do is set the intention and try and trust. I don't even think I knew in the dream that it was going to work. I just tried, and it did. It did. Let's tune back in and see. Okay, Spirit wants to discuss a little bit the utilization of this this new moon. I keep wanting to say the full moon, which makes me think that it's, as we work with the moon, we can utilize her energy most effectively if we think ahead. Ding, ding, ding. Okay, if we think, how can I use both moons, right? The full moon and the new moon to, most effectively to amplify this power. So that just means that whatever intentions you're setting for each moon, thinking about how they relate to one another. So the new moon, many of you may already know this, so I apologize if this is repetitive, but the new moon is very good for setting intentions. 1111 on the timer. Very good for setting intentions, very good for manifestation, for calling things into action, for calling things into the universe, for setting things in motion. Whereas the full moon is very good for releasing, letting go of what does not serve you. So full moon, we bring things in. Erase that. I got it backwards. The new moon, we bring things in. We bring in the new. The full moon, we release things. We remove things. So, think about what you might want to bring into your life this coming full moon. I did it again. This coming new moon. What would you like to bring into your life? What intentions do you have? What manifestations in this new chapter? What would you like to do? Maybe it relates to some aspect of your healing journey, of your seeing yourself for all that you are. Maybe it's something very specific, like you want to get a certain job or a promotion or something like that. 122 on the timer. And maybe try to pick something that relates, that then you can, within that same topic, you can release something within that topic when the full moon comes. That's a way to very effectively use the moon's energy. So let's think of an example. Maybe on this, maybe it's your job. For the new moon, I am manifesting that I get the promotion that I want. And for the full moon, I manifest that I let go of any feelings of not feeling worthy for this new position. That way, my path is clear. Emotionally and energetically. I have my intentions set on the thing that I want. And so we can utilize the full moon's cycle to sort of ensure that this is coming into our reality in a certain way. I feel as though the Egyptian goddess Isis has something sort of specific to say. I see sparkles in my mind's eye as I say this. I also saw a blue butterfly and a green caterpillar. Okay, interesting that we saw the butterfly before the caterpillar. Almost like this going back in time, this metamorphosis, a regression. Okay. She says, many of you, as you experience this healing process, may feel as though you are regressing, may feel as though you are going back in time. But this is actually a rejuvenation of your spirit. Yes, it is. Sometimes it is necessary to step back, in order to see yourself fully for who you are, breaking down so that we may build up. But know that this is not a true regression in the way that you may think that it is. It is simply something that allows you to gain perspective. It is part of the natural ebbs and flows of life, of growth, of healing, of death, and of rebirth. It is a transformation, and it is okay. It is okay. It is normal. In fact, it is healthy. If we did not do this, if we did not go backwards and only went forward, you would run out of energy. You would run out of energy much more quickly, and you would be directionless, not knowing where to go because you did not know where you came from. this is your message. Thank you, Goddess. That was beautiful. Let's see. The sun is setting. I feel as though this is what I want to leave you with. I feel the dragons here again, saluting you for the progress that you've made on your healing journey. I'm seeing in my mind's eyes your spirit guides just bowing to you, hands together in prayer, bowing to you. I honor you in your mission. Sorry, the camera's shaking because it's getting a little cold. I honor you in your mission. You beautiful soul. If you can, go sit by water. Do it. I realize that not only is water herself cleansing because it can help remove stagnant energies and keep things flowing, but as you learn from water, as you watch her, observe her, and learn how she moves, we can sort of integrate that knowledge within our being, and so do it ourselves. And so that's a sort of dual way that water is healing. It's not just, she doesn't just do the work for you. We work with her by learning her ways. Okay. Spirit says, blessed be. Blessed be, child. The new moon awaits you. And I'm seeing the 10 of Cups tarot card in my mind's eye, the one with a rainbow and a happy family. Emotional fulfillment and emotional abundance. All will be well. The Wizard of Oz is coming in. Know that you are so protected, that evil, what we call evil, cannot harm you. You are called to integrate all parts of yourself. And yes, confirmation, I'm seeing these rocks. Do you see that? I'm kind of seeing that pokey one over there as like the tail fin of a plane, or even a shark's fin. They saw it as a plane. Feels like confirmation that travel may be important to you, as it has been for me. Spaces hold energy and can be very activating. So, if there's a trip you've been wanting to go on, maybe make it happen if you can. Make it happen. Alright. I love you so, so, so much. I love you so much. And the universe loves you too. Blessings, child. Please feel free to leave any feedback that you have in the comments. I'd love to hear it. How do you like to utilize the new moon, the moon's energies? Have you worked with the moon in the past, or is this an introduction to you? I'd love to get to know you a little bit better, those of you who are watching my videos, so that I can understand a little bit better sort of what tools you've been using on your spiritual journey. Yeah, we can learn a lot from each other. So, thank you all for being here, and thank you for being you. I love you so, so, so much. I love you so much. Peace to you.